Hi and welcome to the latest Ancient Egypt news from the second week of November. A social media campaign seeks to raise awareness towards returning stolen Egyptian artifacts to the Grand Egyptian Museum, the GEM, through the use of hologram technology. The aim is to transform the issue of stolen artifacts into an international public concern that cannot be ignored. The idea centres on dedicating an entire hall within the GEM to display a three-dimensional digital hologram of the most famous Egyptian artifacts currently housed in museums around the world, such as the bust of Nefertiti in Berlin and the Rosetta Stone in the British Museum. Alongside high-quality holograms, the plan would also involve providing informational labels detailing each piece's history, its date of departure from Egypt and its current location. Visitors will then learn about all the stolen artifacts outside Egypt, potentially contributing to their return. The concept was further developed using AI to project the holograms of the artifacts into museum display cases. The idea quickly evolved with a new proposal to transform the initiative into an international pressure tool, including several ideas such as a global petition document, allocating an electronic document to collect signatures from visitors from all countries of the world, whether they are Egyptian or foreign tourists, to officially demand the return of these artifacts to their original home and to the GEM. A message to foreign visitors: this step ensures that the foreign tourist who previously had to visit other museums to see these artifacts can become a partner in the campaign for their return. The aim is ultimately to spread awareness to visitors about how important reclaiming Egypt's heritage is and where their true home is. Researchers from Cairo University and TUM, as part of the Scan Pyramids research project, have identified two hidden air-filled anomalies in the third largest pyramid of Giza. The hypothesis of a possible entrance at this point on the eastern side of the Menkaure pyramid had existed for some time. The investigations using radar, ultrasound and ERT prove the existence of two air-filled voids underneath the eastern facade, providing initial evidence to support the hypothesis. The work is published in the journal NDT and E International. For some time now, the structure of the granite blocks on the eastern side of the more than 60-metre high Menkaure pyramid has puzzled researchers. The stones are remarkably polished over an area around 4 metres high and 6 metres wide. Such smooth stones are otherwise only found at what is currently the only entrance to the pyramid on the north side. Researcher Stijn van den Hoeven hypothesized a possible additional entrance for the first time in 2019. A team from Cairo University and TUM investigated the eastern side of the Menkaure pyramid as part of the Scan Pyramids research project and detected two anomalies behind the smooth facade. Using non-destructive testing methods with georadar, ultrasound and electrical resistivity tomography, the researchers clearly identified two air-filled voids. This is the first time structural anomalies have been identified behind the distinctive facade on the east side. The two air-filled anomalies are located at a depth of 1.4 metres and 1.13 metres behind the outer facade, measuring 1 metre high by 1.5 metres wide and 0.9 metres by 0.7 metres, respectively. Such a precise determination of the air-filled voids is only possible by combining all the measurement data. The image fusion method used for this was decisive in confirming the find. Following the significant validation of a hidden corridor in the Pyramid of Khufu in 2023, Scan Pyramids has once again succeeded in making an important find in Giza, says Christian Gross, Professor of Non-Destructive Testing at TUM. The testing methodology we developed allows very precise conclusions to be drawn about the nature of the pyramid's interior without damaging the valuable structure. The hypothesis of another entrance is very plausible, and our results take us a big step closer to confirming it. Something extraordinary has just been unwrapped. 100 years ago, Howard Carter and a committee of experts started the process of unwrapping the mummified body of the king Tutankhamun. The Griffith Institute at the University of Oxford has just revealed something new, a digital resource that brings the original excavation back to life. Every photograph, every note, every drawing, reconnected, searchable, ready to explore. The beta release of the Tutankhamun Spatial Archive will focus on the 1925 unwrapping, featuring the king's body, his funerary mask, and all the objects discovered within the linen bandages. The Tutankhamun Spatial Archive launched on November the 11th. Dr. Khaled El-Enany, the newly appointed Director General of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, expressed heartfelt gratitude to the member states for their trust. He voiced deep pride in his homeland, Egypt, which honoured him with his nomination, and extended sincere appreciation to the Arab nations that supported him as the first Arab to hold this prestigious position in an organisation that embodies cultural diversity and human dialogue. In his inauguration speech, El-Enany also thanked the African nations that stood firmly by his side with one united voice, believing that defending knowledge and identity is a shared mission carried by Africa to the world. The new Director General affirmed that UNESCO aims to remain a meeting place for intellect and human creativity, stressing that his ambition is to serve as the Director General, fully dedicated to the organisation's guiding principle to serve the peoples of the world. UNESCO was created for the people, he said, and it must always remain in their service. Finance Minister Ahmed Küçük has decided to issue more commemorative coins for the Grand Egyptian Museum to meet the growing demand for them inside and outside Egypt. Chairman of the Treasury and Mint Authority, Jamal Hussein, said there are various distinguished types of gold and silver commemorative coins that document the most important landmarks of the GEM, catering to the desires of citizens and tourists alike. He added that the sale of these commemorative coins began days ago with secured certificates at the Mint Authority outlet in Cairo, witnessing significant demand. He noted that the prices for these commemorative coins made of gold are 84,000 Egyptian pounds for the £1 denomination, 273,000 Egyptian pounds for the £5 denomination, 420,000 Egyptian pounds for the £10 denomination, 472,500 for the £25 denomination, 498,750 for the £50 denomination, and finally 551,250 Egyptian pounds for the £100 denomination. The Grand Egyptian Museum, the GEM, has begun implementing a pre-booking system for entry tickets, with specific time slots allocated for each visitor. This aims to improve visitor flow within the museum and ensure smooth entry for both comfort and safety. The decision to regulate museum entry by allocating specific times for Egyptian and foreigners, a practice known in the media as quota-based entry, has sparked widespread debate online. Some support the quota system as a way to streamline operations and manage the high volume of tourist bookings. Others argue that Egyptians, as the rightful owners of the land and its history, have the right to enter the museum at any time during opening hours, just like foreign visitors. Member of Parliament Freddie El-Bayadi, the Vice President of the Egyptian Social Democratic Party, submitted an urgent inquiry to the Prime Minister and the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities. Bayadi objected to the decision announced by the CEO of the GEM regarding the implementation of a quota system separating tickets for Egyptians and foreigners when visiting the museum. The decision, displaying clear discrimination, violates an Egyptian's right to access their heritage. It also explicitly contravenes Article 9 of the Constitution, he stressed, which obligates the state to ensure equal opportunities for all citizens without discrimination. Bayadi pointed out that the thought of placing Egyptians in a separate quota or on a lower waiting list than foreigners is unacceptable, noting that this sort of practice is not found in any other museum worldwide. He explained that international museums may organise entry by prior reservation, by limiting capacity or through price differences, but they do not divide tickets based on nationality. He stated that this decision is a departure from all recognised professional norms. It also harms the image of the museum globally and sends the wrong message that a citizen's right to his country's heritage can be restricted or postponed, he warned. The CEO of the Grand Egyptian Museum Authority, Ahmed Ghanim, said that the decision aims to regulate entry with specific times and quotas. He added that the current season necessitates increasing the quota for foreign visitors, while the quota for Egyptians will be raised during the mid-year school break. noting that the number of museum visitors on the recent Friday and Saturday exceeded 30,000, with Egyptians comprising 56% of the number on Friday. Chronim explained that the influx exceeds that of other international museums, which prompted the implementation of the quota system due to the longer visit duration compared to other museums. A code of conduct for visitors will soon be launched, and appropriate measures will be taken based on the type of violation, with trained security personnel present within the museum, he added. The new system is designed to optimize the management of visitor traffic within the museum, ensure a smooth and organized entry process, and provide an enhanced level of comfort and safety for all guests. The museum management calls upon all visitors to adhere to the specific entry times indicated on their tickets. Visitors may book and review available time slots through the museum's official website, gem.eg. Furthermore, the museum confirms that from the 1st of December 2025, electronic booking will become the exclusive method for purchasing entry tickets throughout the week, including public holidays and weekends, Friday and Saturday. Sales through on-site ticket counters will be suspended until further notice. And that's it for this week. This news podcast is brought to you by Ted Laux and G&T Tours. Ancient Egypt News is now rated in the top 5 Egypt history podcasts, according to feedspot.com. For our 2026 tour dates, check out our website, gnttours.co.za. Follow us on social media and now on YouTube. Thanks for listening to this episode. Please feel free to comment and share. Until next time, thanks again. Cheers. Bye-bye.